this is a candy blossom, one of the highest selling plants in Grow a Garden. And in this video, I'm going to be trying to grow every obtainable mutation on the candy blossom to see how expensive we can make it. Will it be worth $1 trillion? Only one way to find out. All right, boys, I'm on my candy blossom account. Now, we've grown some pretty big ones like this big golden one here, this nice rainbow one here, but we've got to go even larger. And to ensure we can do this, I've got to make a very tough decision. I've got to delete my cherry blossom tree, boys. I got to do it. This way, we can get the maximum amount of mutations only on what I want, the candy blossom. Oh, we got to destroy this. That's so painful. I will never be able to get another one of those again. So we got to make this count with the candy blossom. Now, next step is I got to go ahead and crop everything on this tree. Our goal is to grow bigger ones so we can use these ones we have right now as references. Let me go ahead and move this candy blossom tree right about here. Now this is the biggest candy blossom I have so far. It is 73.45 kilograms and it has a bunch of mutations on it. However, in this video, I'm going to be trying to get one that's at least 100 kilograms or close to it. And I've got the perfect method to do that. Moon cats, baby. Yeah, we got 8 of these. We're going to be utilizing all of these moon cats to try to get the biggest candy blossom possible, which is step 1 of the entire plan for this video. We've got to get a big candy blossom first, then we can worry about step 2 of getting it mutations. All right, let's get this thing started. First things first, let me go ahead and click a grow all. What do we get? Anything big? Nope. Okay, we got something decent here, but that's not gonna cut it. We need something crazy. Master Sprinkler, Godly, Advanced, and of course, basic. Actually, I need like more basics. Let me see. Let me quickly get more. I think we need at least 3 basics. There's 2 advanced. All right, let me get 1 more basic. There we go, and both advanced. Perfect. All right, now let me use harvest tool, harvest all these, and let's grow all. Hopefully this works, boys. Hopefully this works. If we don't get a big one, I think I may do sprinkler method where I leave the game and come back. We did get a rainbow one right there, but it's not nearly big enough for me. I don't even really care about the rainbow one, and you guys will see why later. Okay, so far we're not getting anything big right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfect. Hold on. We actually have cats falling asleep on it right now. Cats falling asleep plus sprinkler plus grow old. Do we get something crazy? We got some crazy ones, boys. Hold on. No, I cropped the big one I wanted. Okay, you know what? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to crop everything other than that biggest one. I actually may have just sold. Let's see. Yeah, I might have sold. All right, how big was that one? Let's see, was this the one? 39 kilograms? Okay, that's not nearly big enough then. 39 kilograms. I think this was the biggest one out of that. Yeah, that's okay. Well, then I'm glad I've cropped that. We need something way bigger. Actually, it was 42 kilograms. Either way, not enough. We keep pushing. We must keep going. Nope. Still nope. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is the one. Now, I can't guarantee, but I think we got one at least bigger than this. I'm hoping. Is it bigger than this? It's hard to tell, bro. It's hard to tell right here. Well, I'm gonna favorite tool this one for now, just so we can save it. And I'm gonna crop everything else, and we're gonna try to get even more. We need at least a few ones just like this. I will say this is looking promising though. This actually looks bigger than my other one. We got more massive ones. This one right here looks like it's pretty damn big. On top of another one with a big handle that's going into the ground. Like hold on, boys. We may have just done it. This one looks like it's going into the ground. That looks kind of crazy. I think in terms of trying to get massive ones, we could stop right here. I'm gonna favorite tool all of these 3, and honestly, we can probably crop the rest and call it at that as far as getting big ones. Look at this, boys. This one's like, we can't even see that. That's in the ground. Hold on, let me go ahead and remove this well, and let me see if I can trowel this thing around. Maybe I can get a feel for how big this thing really is. Yo, yeah, that thing's in there, bro. That thing's in there. I cannot tell like how big this thing is. I don't even know. All right, now that we've gotten our big candy blossom, it's time to move on into phase 2. We've got to pick up all of these moon cats for one, and step 2 of this plan is getting this thing converted to rainbow. And how we're gonna do it is the butterfly pet. This butterfly pet every 30 minutes flies to a nearby fruit with 5 mutations, removes all of the mutations, and turns it rainbow, which is a little tough because now we have to get this thing with 5 mutations, but it's gonna be worth it because even as big as this thing is, if we got every mutation in the game, it's still not gonna be worth nearly as much as something that's gold or rainbow. So we're gonna try to hatch ourselves one of these butterflies. Hopefully we can get lucky. We get a moth and we get a wasp. I've got a bunch more eggs though, so hopefully we can at least get 1 butterfly. We really just need 1. If I can't get one from one of these though, I'm just gonna borrow one from a friend. Oh, we hatched the butterfly, boys. We hatched the butterfly. I can't believe I actually just caught that. No way. And we still have 57 premium eggs left. You know what, boys? I just want to see if I can hatch another. Might as well. But we got ourselves the butterfly. It's only a 1 kilogram one, but we got it. I'll take it. Every 30 minutes, turn something to rainbow, which is going to be massive for our plan. Literally, our plan wouldn't be possible without that. I'd like to get multiple if possible, so we're just going to keep trying to hatch and see if we can get more. I was actually really lucky I caught that on camera, too. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it, to be honest. 1% drop is kind of crazy. While we're waiting for these eggs to hatch, though, we've got to go into our second plan, which is getting this thing 5 mutations. This is going to be relatively easy, though, I'm not going to lie, because we'll be able to get 3 instantly right now. Those being chocolate, pollination, and shocked. After this, we'll just need 2 more extra mutations in order to get it converted to rainbow, and I actually think I know of a method we could do that. One is going to be with the honey sprinkler through the honey shop. This is going to give us the honey glaze mutation, and then I think we can do one more. And that is using the cooked owl. I think every like 15 minutes, this has a chance to convert one random thing to cooked or burnt, which will be another mutation. Either that or maybe we get lucky and get like wet or something. I don't know. It really just depends, boys. All right, though, let's see if we can get another butterfly, and our pet inventory is full. All right, let's not worry about that right now. Let's get into step 2. First things first, let's get this thing shocked. There we go. It's shocked. Now let's get this thing pollinated. Ooh, that actually looks fire, bro. And last but not least, let's get this chocolate. Ew, I do not like the look of that, I'm gonna be honest. Next up, let's get it honey glazed. All right, should be honey glazed. Yep, now we just need one more mutation, which we can either get by getting it wet, chilled, or, you know, it really just depends. But in the meantime, I will have my butterfly out here. For now, though, I gotta put all my cooked owls down. We gotta start letting these boys cook. We only got 4 of these, so we really got to make it count. While that's going on, I'm going to start selling the rest of these pets I do not need. And last unwanted pet sold here. There we go. Now we can continue searching for butterflies, but in the meantime, actually, hold on. There is one other thing I could put down here. The polar bear. This pet every 77 seconds has a 10% chance to convert a nearby fruit to chilled or frozen. And that nearby fruit could be this. What if I just got a bunch of polar bears, bro? Low key, that could be a play. That could be a play. Unfortunately, though, I don't know anybody that has any. I might have to reach out. If I could get 8 of those, I honestly could probably have a much higher chance of getting this converted to chilled, which means we're all but guaranteed. Oh, we just rolled another a butterfly, bro. No way. No way. Bro, 2 butterflies already? Sheesh. And we still got 41 eggs left. Yo, I might actually get a bunch more. That's crazy. Who would have thought my luck would have been this crazy, man? Who would have thought? I don't even know what I was saying, boys. I really don't even know what I was saying. I think I was saying, like, if I get 8 of these polar bears, I'll have a much higher chance of getting chilled on this. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I ain't gonna lie, my luck is actually different this video, man. 2 butterflies, like, within that little amount of eggs is kind of crazy. Oh, that's actually a pretty big wasp. Polar bear applied chill to candy blossom. Wait, which one? Did he apply it to the one I needed it to? Hold on. Let me pull out the favorite tool. Let's check, boys. Let's check. Did he apply it to this? Come on. Oh, he did. Look. Pollinate, shocked, chilled, chocolate, honey glaze. We got the 5 mutations. Oh my gosh. Already, boys. Already. That's crazy. Okay, let me favorite tool this, and let me favorite tool every other candy blossom. The reason why is because for the butterfly to work, we need to have the thing we want to get rainbowed on favorite tool. So I'm gonna favorite tool everything else. Actually, hold on. Do I even need to do that? Let me just low-key just crop everything else, boys. That way, honestly, they could only go after this one. Unfavorite tool that. Boom. And then I have to carefully unfavorite tool this, and just make sure I do not accidentally crop it. I do not want to accidentally crop this thing. Whew, this is a little nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. But we're guaranteed the rainbow now, boys. And if we check on the right side, we can see it's gonna happen in 16 minutes, 40 seconds. We're cooking, boys, we're cooking. Polar bear did his job. I don't even need it at this point either, but I might as well just continue hatching the rest of these 17 premium anti-bee eggs, because there's not really much we can do for the next 16 minutes. Last 3 anti-bee eggs. Can we end it off with a bang? We've already managed to get 2 butterflies with only like 50 eggs. Let's see. Imagine we got like disco bee or something, bro. That'd actually be insane. I'm not gonna lie. But what are the chances of that? Okay, and we get the world's smallest moth ever. Okay, yeah, that was anticlimactic. All good though. Now we have only 7 minutes left till our butterfly activates. Perfect. I've got this thing favorite tool just because I'm scared I'm gonna accidentally crop it. But once this thing gets to 1 minute left, I'm gonna unfavorite tool it, and it's guaranteed to go for this because this is the only candy blossom with 5 mutations on it. And I've never actually used the butterfly, so I'm curious to see how it looks in action. Like, is there any sort of animation? Well, we better find out. All right, 1 minute, 56 seconds remaining. It's time to unfavorite tool this thing. And I just have to be careful now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and chill over here, man. I'm gonna chill over here. I'm just gonna watch this butterfly like a hawk. 35 seconds left. Whew, why am I nervous? Like, why do I feel like this is gonna somehow fail? It's supposed to have a 100% success rate, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Luck seems to be on my side for this video, though. Let's see if it continues. 7 seconds, 1 second, and let's see what he does. Ooh, he's flying up to it. He's flying up to it. Okay. Yo, that actually looks so sick. That actually looks so sick, boys. Sheesh. Oh, we got massive rainbow candy blossom. And I'm about to go ahead and favorite tool that right away, expeditiously. We're not accidentally cropping this. It's so crazy, bro. This is so crazy. That is step 1 and step 2 done. We managed to grow a big one and we got to convert it to rainbow. Now we move on to step 3. Load this thing up with every mutation known to man. There are plenty of different mutations in Grow a Garden. We've got ourselves the rainbow, which gives us a 50x multiplier. Now we just need to get our thing chocolate, moonlit, pollinated, bloodlit, burnt, honey glazed, frozen, cooked, zombified, shocked, celestial, and disco. Every other mutation you see on this list is an admin mutation that you cannot get on your own. So we're not going to be focused on that. What we're trying to see is how expensive can you get a candy blossom as an actual player, not using admins. Oh, and we got the rain going on right now. Okay, so that's going to give us wet for this thing. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and just get it shocked, chocolate, honey glazed, and pollinated. Might as well, right? That's going to be the easiest things just to get out the way. I'm low-key kind of upset because I don't like how chocolate looks. Like, I wish we could keep it looking like, you know, like chalked or something. Chocolate just looks, I ain't gonna lie, just looks like just straight doo-doo. Literally. All right, though, let's buy the honey sprinkler. And let's get this thing loaded up. First thing, honey sprinkler down. All right, honey glaze has been applied. Next up, pollination. All right, pollination's been applied. Next up, shocked mutation. Next up, pollinated mutation. Okay, I guess next up we got chocolate then. There we go. Don't like the look of this. Let's check what mutations we have in it so far. Let's see. We got rainbow, pollinated, shocked, chocolate, and honey glazed. Ooh, wait, what the heck? Wait, did it actually just apply chill to this? Oh, it applied chill to the other one. I see. I thought I just made this one become frozen. Yikes. All right, well, let me go ahead and favorite tool this one up again. And now we pretty much just have to be AFK overnight. I put down a star caller for my main over here now that night's in the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my candy blossom tree right over here. That way, in case we get night and celestial at the same time, we get our things 100% celestial. At least that's the hope. Also, since we're gonna be AFKing overnight, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my butterfly. We don't need that anymore. I'm gonna pick up the polar bear. We're gonna leave the cooked owls, and I'm simply just gonna put down more disco bees. The hope is that we can get this thing discoed overnight because that's gonna be one of the best mutations we can get. And if we can get that early in during one night, honestly, it's looking pretty. I also hope that celestial happens overnight, but there's only one way to find out. Well, see y'all in a bit. All right, boys, it has been an entire night and an entire day. I've let this thing AFK all night, and we got not every mutation, but we did get a lot. We managed to get celestial, moonlit, disco, and frozen, which is basically almost every obtainable mutation in the game. Now, I am trying to get it zombified right now. I've had these 8 chicken zombies AFKing for literally like 14 hours, and for some reason, they're zombifying everything other than the one candy blossom I need them to zombify. We're getting there, boys, but as of right now, this is what we got. I also have my raccoons over here stealing them at the moment, and for some reason, I don't know exactly why it does this. This is the candy blossom that we need right here. The rainbow pollinated celestial moonlit. This is it. Look, pollinated celestial moonlit, but it comes out small. I don't quite understand why. My friend told me that it's because whenever you have a bunch of mutations, it makes it small like this. That way it doesn't lag the game, something like that. So yeah, unfortunately, we cannot tell the weight of this thing. But if we go over to sell, we can see that this thing goes for a total of 1.4 trillion shekels, which is actually insane. And we don't even have all of the mutations yet. Now, in order to actually determine the weight of the candy blossom we have, I'm going to use this website called Grow a Garden Calculator. In this website, you can put in any fruit in the game that you want to calculate. You put in the weight and the mutations it has, and the calculator will determine the value it'll be. So for us, we're going to click candy blossom. We're going to put rainbow, shocked, frozen, chocolate, moonlit, celestial, disco, honey glazed, and pollinated. And for the weight, we're just gonna throw a random weight out until we get close to the value of ours. So if we put 70 kilograms, comes out to 979 billion, which is under what ours is worth. So now let's go over to 75 kilograms. And it comes out to 1.1 trillion. We're getting closer. So I'm gonna guess with this that ours is around 80. Let's do 80. 1.2 trillion. Okay, maybe 85. 1.44. Okay, we're gonna go up 86 kilograms. It comes out to 1.479. Okay, hold on. Let's test out this value again. For this, it is at 1.473. Okay, so this thing is about 83 kilograms total, which is right around where I want it to be. So that's perfect. Now, the only other mutation that we're missing out on is the cooked or burnt and zombified mutation, which would bump this up to about 1.6 trillion, which is not too terribly of a difference. So you know what? I'm actually pretty satisfied with the candy blossom we've grown here. I've never in my life been able to grow a singular fruit that was worth a trillion. And we actually went much higher than that. 1.4 trillion for this one candy blossom. Now, granted, we are missing out on a few obtainable mutations, but in the grand scheme of things, with the weight that my candy blossom is at, the best we'd get is 1.6 trillion. Not much higher. Only thing I wish, man, is that we actually got this being the correct size it was supposed to be. That would have been crazy. It just looks like honestly underwhelming. This does not look as crazy as for what it sells for. That said, I'm pretty happy with this either way. We've managed to grow one of the rarest and most expensive candy blossoms with every obtainable mutation in the game, or at least all the most important ones. Comment down below what y'all think about this, and if you made it this far in the video, click on this other candy blossom video I did here. Trust me, it's a banger.